Now, perhaps the hottest ticket, the hottest mention in all of Seattle, the Seattle Kraken here. Today is the day of Game 7. So if you're watching this, actually, we're just minutes before Game 7 puck drop. So we may have to figure out to schedule this a little. Ooh, giant fly again. Either schedule this a little bit before our 4 o'clock start time because puck drops at 5. Or people just may miss the end of the show. So we're going to try our best. We'll get into here. The last 3 games of the series, Game 4 was May 9th versus the Stars, a 3-6 loss. Our player of the game forward, Jaden Schwartz. Schwartzy, 2 goals, 2 points, a 1+- 3 shots, and 4 takeaways. So unfortunately, would send the series back to Dallas at an even 2-2. Seattle could not get in the upper hand there. Game 5, another unfortunate result on May 11th at the Stars, a 2-5 loss. Our player of the game, defenseman Adam Larson. The Big Cat was on the prowl with 1 goal, 1 point, 4 shots, 2 hits, and 1 takeaway. So Seattle is down 3-2, setting up a do-or-die game for them at Climate Pledge Arena in Game 6. They were able to respond with a win on May 13th, a 6-3 win. 2 players of the game here, one of them pictured in our photo of the game by our photographer, Liv Lyons. Look at the Yanni Mean mug in the front. You've got 3 different reactions there from that line. And I think it's just great that this photo here was taken, considering that we had another sort of celebration photo early in the year from this line with Gord and Bjorkstrand and Tolvanen. And we get another one with the whole line here. Our first player of the game forward, Jordan Eberle, who is not pictured, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points, a 3+-, 3 shots, 1 hit, and 1 block. And our second, who is pictured, forward Ellie Tolvanen, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points, a 2+-, 3 shots, 1 hit, and 1 block. Our player of the week, as we continue on, is for Jordan Eberle, as again, like last week, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points, 4 shots, 3 hits, and 2 blocks on those past 3 games. So Seattle's in it. Seattle is in it. They are 1 game away from the Western Conference Finals, just a year after their inaugural season that obviously didn't go the way that anybody wanted. They were picked to not make the playoffs this year, and they did that. They were picked to not get past the Colorado Avalanche in round 1, and they did that. So they were also heavily bet against in this Dallas series, and they've taken it to a 7th game. So a lot of people have argued that Seattle is playing with house money, and they are. They are, but it's not unreasonable also to have both pieces. What's the term? You can have your cake and eat it too, considering that this is very possible that the Kraken can win this game and move on. They're going to have to start well like they did in Game 6 and Game 3 and Game 1. But one big key is protecting that high slot, that inner part of it, because if you look at moneypuck.com, great website, and you look at the scoring chances for the Stars and where they have succeeded, a lot of them are right in front of the crease, and that sort of thing can happen. Obviously, with Joe Pavelski, that can happen, and the ability that he has in front of the net, the expertise that he is able to display, that can happen with him. But in general, and that's just a standard hockey thing, and, surrendering those high chances, those dangerous chances, not good. We've obviously seen what Dallas can do when they catch Seattle in odd man rushes, just those rushes in general that the Stars get. So obviously, it's an obvious one, and it's not like an easy fix per se. But Hextall talked about it throughout the series. Seattle has to be detail oriented, and they've gone through a Game 7, so they know what they need to do. They've gone through these elimination games before now, so all obviously during this playoff run. So I think it's very realistic that they could do it. But obviously this is a Stars team that has a ton of talent. They're a deep team. Jake Ottinger is still Jake Ottinger. So I think if Seattle plays up to their potential, that they can win this thing. But it's going to be tough, and especially doing it on the road in Dallas. But again, on the other hand, there are a lot of point counterpoint here with this Kraken team. So it's just been a lot of fun on this ride to cover this team. So excuse me, that's not fun. We'll look to something that's, I don't want to use that word again. We'll look to something that's not so positive here with injury-related news. We found out during the series that Daniel Sprong was listed day-to-day with an upper body injury. It is a head injury. I can confirm that. He won't be available for the rest of the series. He was on the ice prior to Game 6 on a non-scheduled morning skate. The scratches for the day, Cale Fleury, Jacob Megna, and Sprong were all out there with Chris Drieger getting work in. Andrei Burakovsky was there in flip-flops and a hoodie, and he was chirping Daniel Sprong. He wasn't doing any work, so don't get too excited. But it was good to see Sprong on the ice, be it that Burakovsky was chirping him or not. So we'll move on here with team-related news. On the 9th, it was announced that Chris Drieger, speaking of Chris Drieger, is the team's nominee for the King Clancy Memorial Trophy. He has been a big part in Drieger's Keeper, something that he started during his recovery to help goalies in the area get the gear that they need, get the training that they need, obviously considering the sort of price that it comes at. So literally price. On May 11th, the team signed defenseman Ty Nelson to a 3-year entry-level contract at $925,000 AAV. Nelson is expected to join the Coachella Valley Firebirds, who are set to face off against the Calgary Wranglers in the first game of their 3-round series. I should check if they got a number. We have a friend on Twitter who asked me what his number would be, and I had not seen it yet. But Game 3 is actually tonight against Calgary. Let's see. We go to transactions in the AHL. Okay, so the deal went through, but is he listed on the roster? Aha, he will be 24. Okay, I'll tweet at him soon. Nelson is a 19-year-old. He spent the 2022-23 season with the North Bay Battalion of the OHL, the Ontario Hockey League, setting career highs in goals, assists, points, and games played, and finished the year ranked 3rd on both his team and among all OHL defensemen in scoring. His 76 points set a North Bay franchise record for most points by a defenseman in a single season. He had 25 points in their 20 playoff games, leading all OHL skaters in scoring. Wow. And helping the battalion reach the 3rd round of the playoffs. Nelson's playoff run included recording an 11-game point streak, from April 5th to 23rd, which was tied for the longest postseason point streak during the OHL playoffs. The 5'10", 203-pound defenseman has totaled 127 points in 2 seasons within the OHL, both with the battalion. He earned all OHL honors, rookie honors, all OHL, all rookie second team honors. I apologize. I promise you I can read. After recording 51 points and leading first-year players in assists, his 51 points led all rookie defensemen in 21-22 and were good for 5th among rookies in scoring. He was Seattle's 3rd-round pick, 68 overall in the 2022 NHL draft. I'm excited about Nelson. He's got a really hard shot, obviously can jump into the play. He's not the biggest defenseman, but he is a sturdy guy from the blue line, and he's a fun personality as well. So just any comments around the National about Seattle not having a good system. Obviously, they've only been around for 2 years, but there's a ton of talent that's coming through the ranks of this Seattle development system. And I think any comment doubting that is stupid, arguably because those people don't pay attention to this team. So in league news, there's not too much league news besides the fact, Ryan Reynolds won't pursue his bid of the Senators, so there's that. But on the Eastern Conference Finals, it will be the Florida Panthers versus the Carolina Hurricanes. So one of the Florida teams will be heading, not the Lightning either, will be heading to the Stanley Cup Final. We look ahead, and it's the big one. It's the 2 of the most stressful words in all, of sports. Game 7 tonight, May 15th at the Dallas Stars at 5 o'clock. That game will be on ESPN.